If you have a third generation Toyota Tacoma with the 3.5L V6 and you are planning on changing the spark plugs yourself, this video is for you. I'm going to show you the entire process from start to finish, including how to access the ignition coils and spark plugs, because that's the part many videos skipped. We will remove everything necessary to reach the plugs, replace all 6, and put everything back together. So if you're doing this job yourself, follow along and I will show you exactly what you need to do. As you can see, we already removed the engine cover. Now we are working on the air filter, some components that we need to remove in order to get a better access to the spark plugs. This one right here is the mass airflow sensor. You can remove it if you want, but it's not really necessary. In case you want to remove it, all you have to do is press on the yellow tab that I'm marking on the video and pull. But if you decide to remove it, keep in mind that you will also need to remove this other area that is connected to the air filter case. At this point, you can leave it like that, but if you want a little bit more flexibility and more access, you can remove this hose that I'm disconnecting, so that way we can move the intake hose and the filter, the top part of the filter, a little bit further back. Right now, we have a clear view of the passenger side spark plugs, but this side is relatively simple compared to the driver's side. Stay tuned, because we are going to be working on those in just a moment. Using a 10mm bolt, let's go ahead and begin disconnecting this first ignition coil. But before losing completely that bolt, we want to make sure we pull that connector from the ignition coil. The connector has a tab that you have to press and pull, and I'm marking that in yellow for your convenience. When we take this ignition coil out, it is always a good idea to give it a visual inspection. We are looking for things like corrosion and make sure that the pins are straight. Launch tension with a 5/8. The spark plug does not require too much of a force to get them loose, so you shouldn't find any extreme resistance when losing them. We are going to be talking about the spark plug torques in just a moment when we are reinstalling all of them. My socket was not pulling the spark plug, so I ended up using a magnet, and this is something that could happen to you, but I will show you how to do it, how to fix this the simple way. Now make sure the socket has that rubber inside. If you don't have the right socket, or your socket is missing that rubber that I mentioned that it is supposed to be inside the socket that we use for the spark plugs, what you can do is grab any regular 5/8 that you have, and you're gonna cut a piece of electric tape and you're gonna bend 1/2 inch inside the socket and leave the rest to the outside, like I'm doing on this video, like I'm showing you right here. And this is gonna help you hold that spark plug same way going in as going out. Just keep in mind that you want the spark plug to be held in place on the socket the whole time, especially with the new one. You don't want to drop the new spark plug, because what happens is if you drop the spark plug, you can end up changing the gap on the plug, and we don't want that. So be careful, never drop a spark plug. These are iridium spark plugs, so there is no need to readjust the gap on these spark plugs. They are pre-gapped from the factory, and I will be leaving the details for the gapping just in case you are curious in the description of this video. Extremely recommended that you use a torque wrench, and the torque for the spark plugs is 13 foot-pound. Even though I reconnected the plug, later on I had to disconnect it again when I was doing the spark plug that is beside this one, because the bracket is kind of in the middle, so you can leave it disconnected for now. You will see what I'm talking about in just a moment. This is the bracket that we need to disconnect in order to get access to this spark plug. It's just held in place by one bolt. Ignition coil in yellow, and we are going to disconnect it by pressing on the tab that I'm marking on red and pulling the connector. If this video saves you time and money, consider subscribing. That's what tells me to keep making this. Now let me show you a tip. If for some reason when you are disconnecting the connector from the ignition coil is giving you kind of trouble and is not pulling, you can use a flathead screwdriver just like I'm doing right here. That will help you a lot. Now this spark plug is really similar to the other ones. The only challenge is that it's really close to this other part that I'm marking on red, but you can totally do it without taking anything else apart. Now we are done with the passenger side. If you didn't disconnect this cable, just be careful, we don't want to break it, don't put the stress on it. So let's take the intake and place it back. Don't forget about the small hose that we disconnected in case that you disconnected same as I did. We have to put that hose back and then we are gonna finish connecting the whole intake as you are seeing me doing it in this video. Now we're gonna be doing the driver's side, and this side is a bit more complicated, so pay attention because I'm gonna be showing you how to do it as simple as possible. We are gonna begin by loosening this bracket. We are gonna take the bolt that is on the top and we're gonna completely disconnect it, but the one at the bottom we are just gonna lose it so that way we can move the bracket aside. This is the second bracket and you can do exactly the same thing. In my case I didn't need it, so if you are able to do it without disconnecting this bracket, it's gonna be a lot simpler, but I understand that sometimes it is kind of complicated and it is kind of something in the middle that can give you some trouble, so feel free to remove it if this bracket is giving you trouble. Right here we got the first ignition coil and connector. Let's go ahead and take care of that, same thing as we did in the other side. Take the time to show every detail so you don't have to guess. If that's something you value, hit like and subscribe. 10mm. Disconnecting this bracket that hold those hoses are gonna help you a lot. You are going to face some resistance from all those cables that are kind of in the middle, but you do not need to disconnect them, just work your way around them. It is really recommended that you have a long extension. If you don't have one that is long enough, what you can do is connect two together like I'm doing right here. If you're doing the method that I showed you before with the tape to hold the spark plug, make sure that each time you change one spark plug, you still have the entire tape in the socket. We don't want to leave any residual tape inside the spark plug. Now we're gonna be working on the next spark plug, this one right here. $10mm. This hose is in the middle, so we are gonna go ahead and disconnect it. My bait. And install this bracket. This is the hose that we just disconnected. Don't forget to put it back. Last but not least, the last one. That one. Right there. And we need to remove that cover. That bolt. Let's go ahead and use a 10mm. This cover is made of some kind of soft material, so make sure you don't break it. And last but not least, the final spark plug, and I'm gonna be attempting to do it without removing that bracket. If you find it difficult, go ahead and remove it. At this point, you have successfully replaced all spark plugs. Don't forget to reconnect the hoses, those brackets that hold those hoses in place. And that's it. Thank you for watching. If this video was helpful, don't forget to subscribe and like, so that way you can easily find me the next time.